The battlefield stopped resembling war the moment the sky began to fall. Xian stood atop the long wall with blood roaring through her veins, staring across a horizon choked by dust, fire, and the screams of giants who refused to die. Explosions ripped open the earth beneath Adalmann's undead legions, yet the line still held. Barely. The dead crashed against the advancing giants, while the giants crushed forward through storms of bone and steel like an avalanche wearing flesh. And through all of it, Xian smiled. "Do you know what you have to do?" Her soldiers answered instantly. "Yeah! Commandeer equipment from our foes." That single response captured everything terrifying about Team Reborn. Outsiders saw madness, looters, fanatics, survivors stitched together into a grotesque parody of an army. But beneath that chaos lived something far more dangerous: absolute faith. Every warrior standing behind Xian carried power above A-class. Every Terror Knight had survived enough battlefields to stop fearing death entirely. And Xian herself had changed. Once, she would have hurled herself straight at Dagrul with reckless joy, chasing strength through instinct alone. Now she watched troop movement, supply chains, morale, battlefield positioning. Strategy crawled through her thoughts like a second heartbeat, and the transformation unsettled even her. Still, confidence radiated from her like heat from a furnace. Even Adalmann procured equipment for his force. "There's no way I can't do that." Nearby, Dagrul's sons roared with laughter. Dagra promised they would beat them silly, while Liura mocked the danger with the kind of arrogance only monsters could afford. Then, Chankra opened his mouth. "You haven't gained anything, Lady Xian. You don't look fat at all." Silence swallowed the battlefield for one fatal second. Oh! The corkscrew punch landed with enough force to erase thought itself. Chankra collapsed instantly, smiling blissfully through unconsciousness. What a reward this is. Even war bent around Xian's absurd gravity. But beneath the laughter lurked tension sharp enough to cut skin. Beyond the long wall waited Dagrul. A monster whispered in the same breath as Veldora Tempest. Even Ultima, an ancient demon who mocked fear itself, lowered her voice when speaking about him. "If I didn't give my all, it'd be tough for me too." That warning carried weight. Ultima never respected weakness. Yet Xian only stared toward the distant battlefield with predatory excitement burning in her eyes. The real warriors always show up for the final act. Her troops erupted instantly. Worship, devotion, bloodlust, every emotion fused into one deafening roar. Ultima watched her carefully after that. And for the first time in a long while, even the demon felt genuine admiration. Above the battlefield, Adalmann drifted through the smoke atop Venti's monstrous Gehenna dragon form. Dark energy flooded the sky around him, poisoning the heavens with an aura so dense ordinary humans would have mistaken it for death itself. To Adalmann, it felt comforting. Looking good so far. Below him, undead soldiers continued throwing themselves into impossible combat. Giants crushed them apart. Bone soldiers detonated themselves just to slow enemy movement. Death Knights swarmed fallen enemies before regeneration could restore them. The battlefield evolved into attrition at its ugliest. Yet Adalmann remained calm, almost amused. "The attack I'm about to break out is rather inhumane." Gadora laughed beside him without hesitation. "Better to win by underhanded means than lose." That moment shifted the battle from warfare into catastrophe. Adalmann began chanting forbidden magic so complex that legendary magicians once failed to invoke it together. Even he felt uncertainty as a colossal magic circle split apart the heavens themselves. Then came Tempest Meteor. The sky transformed into apocalypse. Countless meteors rained downward like divine judgment, beautiful for one horrifying instant before they collided with the earth. Explosions consumed entire regiments. Firestorms swallowed giants whole. The ground erupted violently enough to resemble a boiling ocean. Thousands vanished beneath falling stars. Adalmann watched the destruction unfold with pride swelling through his undead chest. "I've won this match, haven't I?" Gadora refused to accept that outcome. Pride twisted through him violently. Competition, ego, desperation. The need to prove himself consumed reason completely. Then he unleashed Nihilistic Parade. Black lightning ripped through the sky like cracks spreading across reality itself. Void-like jaws devoured everything in their path. This spell surpassed destruction. It erased existence. Matter vanished the instant darkness touched it. Even Adalmann recoiled in horror. "You damned fool! What are you thinking?" Gadora only grinned. Well, I want to show off, you know? Far below them, Daggerel understood the danger instantly. His original plan revolved around overwhelming force, crush resistance quickly, advance before strategy formed. Simple, brutal, absolute. But Adalmann's puny little undead soldiers delayed the giants just long enough for forbidden magic to descend from heaven. First came meteors, then came annihilation. Half his army vanished. Yet Daggerel never panicked. The giant king watched the raining stars with cold approval burning in his eyes. To him, the devastation represented judgment, worthiness. Survival itself became a standard warriors needed to meet. Those unable to endure simply lacked strength. That belief came from absolute confidence in the giant's greatest advantage: cancel magic. Ordinary sorcery meant nothing against them. Spells dissolved harmlessly before reaching elite giant warriors. Even Tempest Meteor failed to break their advance completely. The strongest giants marched through falling stars untouched, exactly as Daggerel expected. Then Nihilistic Parade struck. Everything changed instantly. The Black Void ignored cancel magic. Darkness pierced straight through magical resistance and erased matter itself. Giants vanished mid-stride. Entire sections of the battlefield disappeared into nothingness. For the first time, irritation cracked Daggerel's composure. Goddamn it, Ultima, throwing your forbidden spells out like candy. He already knew where such catastrophic knowledge originated. One smiling demon lingered in his thoughts. Ultima. Even then, Daggerel refused surrender. He raised both hands toward the collapsing heavens and unleashed overwhelming positive energy into the battlefield. Magicules exploded outward like a second sun, colliding directly against annihilating voids and reducing them to nothing. Around him, surviving giants continued marching through death itself. Fear never touched them. Their loyalty burned brighter than the destruction surrounding them. Back above the battlefield, Gadora stared downward in disbelief. I can't believe it. The devastation should have ended everything. Instead, the giants kept advancing. Adalmann watched them rise from ruin with growing unease twisting through his thoughts. Gotta hand it to Daggerel, huh? Moments earlier, their combined spells shattered the enemy army apart. Now, elite warriors marched forward again without visible injury. Flesh regenerated, wounds vanished. Their momentum never slowed. To Adalmann, the sight felt deeply unnatural. Don't they have any fear at all? Gadora answered grimly. Normally, they'd take countermeasures, or at least pull back for a bit. These enemies advanced with terrifying certainty because retreat never existed inside their minds. When both commanders returned to Xi'an, she already understood the truth forming across the battlefield. This war entered stalemate. Bone soldiers exploded themselves to damage giants. Death Knights rushed in before regeneration restored enemy bodies. For a while, the strategy worked beautifully. Then the giants adapted. Slowly, the undead line began collapsing. Xi'an felt commander and warrior collide violently inside her chest. Part of her demanded immediate combat. Another part calculated losses, reserves, timing. Then, Adalmann started laughing. Well, looks like I'll have to break out my biggest secret of all. He returned to top Venti and invoked forbidden necromancy powerful enough to twist the battlefield itself. Create Immortal Legion. The dead answered immediately. Shattered skeletons fused together. Broken corpses rebuilt themselves. Fallen giants rose once more beneath Adalmann's control. Thousands of grotesque death giants emerged from the ruins carrying strength warped by immortality itself. Even Xi'an froze. Are you kidding me? You had this prepared the whole time? And suddenly, the battlefield transformed again. Regeneration against immortality. Death against undeath. Two unstoppable armies trapped inside endless slaughter. The long wall trembled beneath their collision while the sky still burned from forbidden magic overhead. Yet the most terrifying truth lingered untouched beneath all the destruction. Daggerel still waited, watching, smiling, like the real battle had yet to begin.